Our psalm for the day is a beautiful psalm. It is Psalm 46, and I'm fairly certain that many of you will already be familiar with Psalm 46 because there are some key phrases in it that are familiar to us. They're comforting to us. They're ones that we hear often. We see them on plaques. We see them on greeting cards. They're incredibly appropriate for so many different circumstances. But I'll go ahead and read that to us now, and then I'll spend a few moments just talking about some of the significance of the particular psalm. Psalm 46 reads, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way, and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea. Though its waters roar and foam, and the mountains quake with their surging. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place where the Most High dwells. God is within her. She will not fall. God will help her at break of day. Nations are in uproar, kingdoms fall. He lifts his voice, the earth melts. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Come and see what the Lord has done, the desolations he has brought on the earth. He makes wars cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields with fire. He says, 'Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress.'" There's one particular piece of imagery that I want to point us out to, and that is in verse 4, where there is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place where the Most High dwells. What's interesting about Jerusalem, the city of God, is that it didn't have a river. Most ancient cities that were important, that were able to grow, had the natural resource of a river from which to draw strength, fresh water, many different things from. And the city of God, Jerusalem, did not have this. And in many ways, it's because God wanted him to be the river. He wanted himself to be that very thing which gives the city life, which helps to sustain it and bring refreshing. And that's the difference between kind of someone who looks at the world and all the difficult things that are happening and wants to fall apart with the world that is falling apart. When God is our center, when God is our peace, he is our refreshing and he is our sustenance. And so we tend to not get as shaken in these difficult times because we know that the river of God is a refreshing river that never dries up. And ultimately, though, this psalm points forward, and it's what in many would call theologically a Christological psalm, in that it points to Jesus. We know that one day Jesus is going to come back, and by his word, he is going to speak peace into existence. And since we know that one day God will say, "Be still," and everyone will be still, that we who are followers of Jesus now can know that God has already spoken, "Be still." And we can rest in the secure fact that he is our God. He is our river of peace. We find our sustenance in him. We find our joy and our relief in the river of God that flows freely from his throne.